Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and here's what's coming up on today's show. Every year, the Golf Association of Philadelphia honors its best. So we're going to take a look at who made the list in 2024. And recently, Harry Mays went to Orlando for the annual PGA Show. It's everything related to golf and everybody. Harry sat down with Jim Furyk, who has ties to the Philadelphia area. He'll talk about that and a lot more on this edition of Inside Golf. The 28th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Monco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Recently at Huntingdon Valley Country Club, the Golf Association of Philadelphia held its season-ending awards dinner, honoring the best amateur players of 2024 and their achievements as they were honored for what they did in about half a dozen categories, plus an induction into the GAP Hall of Fame. And here to tell us about it, from GAP, Director of Operations, Marty Emido.
All right, thanks, Harry, and Happy New Year. Looking great as always. Patrick Sheehan knew this summer was going to be his last as an amateur, so he wanted to enjoy the one final ride. Boy, what a thrill it was. The 23-year-old exited GAP as the 2024 William Hyman III Player of the Year. He won 2 Pennsylvania State events, including the State Amateur, played in a 4th U.S. Amateur, and finished top 8 in every GAP major he started. He made the quarterfinals of the BMW Philly-Am in June and closed out his GAP tour with a 3rd in the Silver Cross Award standings, courtesy of a top 6 finish in the Patterson Cup. His amateur career came to a close in August at the U.S. Amateur, where he made the cut and won a match for the first time.
I recently moved down to Florida earlier this month to pursue my golf career professionally. I'm truly honored to be this year's Player of the Year. I want to thank the Golf Association of Philadelphia for continuing to put on exceptional events at outstanding venues. Their commitment to providing a first-class experience has allowed us competitors to thrive, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate each summer. I want to thank all of the competitors that I have been fortunate enough to play against. We truly are blessed to have the competition that we do in our area. I've looked forward to every GAP event that I have played because of the relationships that I have built with these players. These relationships are ones that I cherish and will carry with me throughout my life.
Congratulations, Pat. Good luck in your next golfing chapter. Blaze Geroso enters a new chapter in his golfing life. He's the newest GAP legend. Geroso was inducted as the 19th member of the GAP Hall of Fame late last year. The Fieldstone Golf Club member is the first Delawarean inductee.
You know, I was just in the moment. I was just playing in tournaments. I was getting ready for tournaments. I couldn't wait for the next tournament, and I tried to win the next tournament. And I really never thought about you know, was I the best or one of the best? I just knew I liked to win, and I tried as hard as I could.
In 1980, Geroso had the opportunity to bring his game north into the Gap region. He made an impact immediately. Starting in 1981, he was a runner-up in 4 Philadelphia Amateur Championships in a 5-year window. Geroso captured 2 Joseph H. Patterson Cups and 3 Silver Cross Awards. As a testament to his consistency, he represented Team Philadelphia in the Comfort Cup 10 times and the Mason-Dixon matches 8 times. He compiled a 14-3-1 singles record, a pretty remarkable mark across the 2 platforms. Add in 3 USGA appearances and a litany of invitational titles to his collection, and it's clear the man with the blonde mullet, see photo, could play. It was take 2 for both of the Elder Divisional champions this summer. In 2022, Jeff Frazier of Carlisle and Greg Osborne of Overlook each captured their respective divisional crowns. In 2024, both landed atop the year-end accolade train once again. Up first, Jeff Frazier. He's been a model of consistency in the Gap circuit. He won the Warner Cup in April at Laurel Creek and claimed the Chapman Memorial Cup for a 2nd time at Radnor Valley in June. In July, he made the quarterfinals of the Brewer Cup at French Creek. And then, for a 2nd straight year, placed 2nd in the Senior Amateur Championship, this one at Rolling Green.
Thoroughly enjoy the action and that feeling you get, you know, when you're coming down the stretch, like, I gotta hit a shot. And that's, to me, is the whole thing, you know, my whole desire about playing is gotta get that feeling in your gut that, you know, it matters. It's win or lose based on you know, making the shot that you need to make.
He did win the Senior Silver Cross for a 2nd time as well.
That tells me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? To me, it's a nice accolade to, you know, for my consistency.
Greg's resume is just as impressive. Ozzie tied for 2nd in the Warner Cup Super Senior at Bellwood and placed 6th in the Chapman Memorial Super Senior at a difficult Tullamore. 2 months later, Osborne positioned himself for success with a victory in the 19th Super Senior Amateur Championship at North Hills. He and Mike Vassell of Scranton tied at even par for the 2 rounds before Osborne took the title in a playoff.
I love to compete, so I'm going to play in as many events as I can. I mean, I played in pretty much, not quite, but pretty much every Gap event that I could. The competition is spectacular, so it's just fun to play.
Osborne also added a 2nd Super Senior Silver Cross Award. He also won it in 2022.
71-71, which for me is really good. So I didn't shoot my age. I was 70 at the time, but yeah, that's really good for me, and I did play very solid, and it was a ton of fun.
Well, let's revisit the teenage years, if you will, with our Junior Player of the Year, John Stevenson. Stevenson of Sunnybrook Golf Club rewrote the history books en route to his first Junior Player of the Year. The 18-year-old became the first player to win both the Junior Boys Championship and Chrisman Cup in consecutive years. Those are the 2 most prestigious junior events on the Gap calendar.
Words can't describe. It was something special. I mean, it just worked out. I played really well those weeks and got it done. I was pretty proud of myself.
Stevenson also added a victory in the Harry Hammond Award and a 2nd place finish in the Jock McKenzie Memorial. He was a playoff away, losing in the Jock from sweeping all 4 of Gap's junior major events. A lot of success he credits grandmother Rita Chesko with. Rita's been John's driving force since his mom, Jennifer, died of melanoma when John was age 10.
She was Rita's daughter.
She means everything. She's one of the biggest, she is the biggest influence in my golf game. She would drive me everywhere that I need to go. She's always out to support me. Here at the tournament, at the Crispin Cup, she was down the shore because we didn't really think I was going to play as an on-site alternate. And then she found out that I got in, saw that I was like 2 shots back, and she made the drive up, caught the end of it, saw my last hole of the second round, and caught the playoff. It was a really cool experience. It was great to have her there.
Congratulations to Jeff, Greg, and John on incredible seasons. The 2025 season is right around the corner. Reporting for GAP, I'm Marty Emino.
And a little tip of our hat to all those award winners and to GAP for what it does to honor those people every year. The GAP Players Awards dinner recently at Huntingdon Valley. All right, stay with us. Up next, we're taking it to Orlando. Harry Mays was there for the annual PGA Show. Everything golf and even a lot more, including an interview with Jim Furyk. That's next on Inside Golf.
Okay, fam, quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
KOP!
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo!
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
The J. Wood Platt Caddy Scholarship Trust is the official charitable arm of GAP. The Trust's mission is to financially aid and empower qualified caddies and those working in golf operations in the pursuit of higher education. Over $25 million has been awarded to more than 3,700 caddies. J. Wood Platt's Empower program strengthens scholarship investment dollars by providing our scholars with exceptional benefits. Visit our website, plattscholar.org, to learn more.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. You know, every year the PGA of America has its PGA Show. It's held in Orlando, Florida. And they have like people from all over the world show up, from Asia, from the UK. And they are there to see everything golf. Our Jack Flanagan, our producer, and Harry Mays, they walked their shoes off. I mean, miles. They were down there for 2 days. Demo day outdoors, and then the show indoors. And they caught up with a lot of big names in the game of golf. Overall, we're going to do 3 shows on their trip to Orlando. And this week, we're going to take a look at, well, the start of their trip to Orlando. And a gentleman they met who has ties to the Philly area, but more than that, a Hall of Fame career. His name was Jim Furyk. So let's take a look at this year's 2025 PGA Show in Orlando.
We're here with Jim Furyk, of course, U.S. Open champion, 2018 Ryder Cup captain, and the pride of Manheim Township High School. How about that? Jim, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. How you doing?
We're doing great, enjoying the show, and you're here with Box Toe Golf, which looks like a terrific golf shoe. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I've been with Box Toe now, wearing their shoes for the last 2 years on tour. Met those folks about 2.5 years ago. They happen to be in my hometown now, Jacksonville, Florida, and got wind that there's a new shoe company. Would you like to go take a look? Heard their name, and I walked into kind of a room at TPC at Sawgrass, and they had about 20 pairs of shoes displayed, and they were gorgeous. I mean, all leather products. They make a number of different styles, but
very classic look.
It's a very classic looking golf. So 1, they look good. 2, they're comfortable.
Right.
But 3, they need to perform. Right. So, wanted a chance to kind of put some on, wear them at the golf course. They're stable, felt good on my feet, and we walk a lot. I mean, I'm walking 5, 6, 7 miles a day.
Right.
At 54, I want that to be comfortable. So
absolutely.
They kind of checked all the boxes, and great folks. They're from here they're based in Houston here in the United States, but the products come from León, Mexico, which is kind of a leather capital of the world, very artisan based, and so it kind of had a good feel. I like the folks, and it's been nice to be with the company the last couple of years.
Well, the shoes look great, and I see they got a Jack Nicklaus signature line as well.
Yeah, the Golden Bear line with the bear in the back, signature on the bottom.
Terrific.
But you can kind of see over here they've got kind of the leather sole, very classic style. You've got your rubber, a little lighter, maybe a little bit more athletic shoe. And then they do have a very, very athletic line a little farther down called EXO.
Right.
So some different styles, and actually a really cool ladies line as well.
Yeah, and Charlie Hull, I guess, is the player ambassador for the ladies line. Terrific. Well, tell us, how's the game right now?
I haven't been playing a ton. Still trying to recover a little bit from a hip and back injury that has plagued me the last couple of years, but I feel like I'm on the right path. I feel like I have a chance to get healthier this year than I've been for the last couple, and I'd like to kind of play a little bit more of a full schedule. I think I only got about 12 events in last year.
Okay. Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because you got 17 wins on the PGA Tour and 3 wins, I believe, on the Tour Champions. You're going to be bopping around between the two?
Oh, no PGA Tour anymore. No, I gave up on that a while ago.
Right.
I think at 50 I played 7 events. 51 I think I played 3. 52 I played 1 event on the PGA Tour, and I think I retired on that one.
That's it.
If I could get my game in shape, maybe win a Senior Players, that gets you into the Players Championship. Now where I live in Jacksonville, Florida, that'd be a lot of fun. But 54, it's time to let these guys drive at 320 and play some amazing golf. So I had a great run, and Champions Tour is where I belong.
All right, we'll see him out there on the PGA Tour Champions wearing box toe, the soul of the game.
I'm envious of my buddy Harry Mays and Jack Flanagan. Good job, gentlemen. I love looking at merchandise like here at the Lulu Pro Shop. Pretty stylish, isn't it? And there was tons of that for everybody to take a look at in Orlando. All right, stay with us. Next up, our Teed Off panel. Welcome back. Inside Golf Now continues with our Teed Off panel. And before we introduce the panel, I'm going to make a little special announcement. Over the next few weeks, due to some scheduling conflicts, I will be unable to host Teed Off. That's a big, big loss for me, but I got a big gain for you. Sitting in for me when I'm not available, Jim Sullivan. He's the man around Lulu. And Sully, it's a new role for you, but hey, you wouldn't have been selected if we didn't know you could do it. You know that,
Harry, happy to try to help out, and we'll hold the fort down for you if we can.
I'm sure you will. So Sully, without any further ado, it's all your show.
Thank you very much. We'll enjoy it.
Our Teed Off panel is brought to you by Lulu Country Club.
All right, folks, welcome back to Inside Golf. We're getting ready for the Teed Off panel. In case you're wondering what happened here, Harry's had a little travel schedule this week, so I'm going to sit in and try to help out. Big shoes to fill, but we'll see what we can do. The topic today that we'll get into is a little bit of an alternative one, and here's the folks we're going to hear from. Harry Mays, Swing It and Ding It podcast fame, longtime Philadelphia sports media guy. Harry, thanks for being here.
Great to be here, Sully.
Joe Logan, myphillygolf.com. Longtime contributor to the program. Appreciate it. Joe, thanks for being here with us.
My pleasure.
Michael Brown, president of the First Tee of Philadelphia, major rainmaker in the neighborhood, and everybody's favorite golf partner because he's fast, he's fun, he has a great time. Thank you for being here, Michael.
Sully, thanks to be with another Al.
Yeah, Al's are here. So, folks, here's the topic. We got an email from Back Nine Botanicals. They want to know what we have to say about CBD gummies and do they have a future in recreational golf. Emphasis on recreational. We're not sure that Golf Association of Philadelphia or the USGA have much interest in this, but some of their products I think are Midnight Mulligans, Birdie Balance, and then Tee Time Sunrise. These are all designed to keep you calm, stay focused from the first tee to the final putt. So we'll start down on the end. Harry Mays, give me some experience, some insights, some thoughts on where the current world of recreational activities are on the golf course.
Sully, let me just get this out there. I did not inhale, okay? I do know guys that imbibe in some of the products that you just rattled off. There's the psychedelics, if you will, mushrooms. Yeah. And I do not. I have, because I am just a mess on the golf course if I drink too much. Like, there's no way that I'm going to ingest mushrooms on the driving range. I have no idea what's going to happen on the first tee. I used to do mushrooms and go to Dead shows back in the 80s. Okay, that's where I left my mushroom days.
We're taking your seminar.
Yeah, or fish shows. Yeah, there you go. But I do know, this is becoming sort of a thing, with the CBD and, the psychedelics.
Joe?
It is a thing. It absolutely is a thing. Yeah. It's a thing everywhere. And as I was saying earlier, I see guys now smoking weed on the courses. And I'm not talking about 25-year-olds. I'm talking about retired guys, from the 60s.
Hey, the young guys didn't invent weed.
I know. They come out the other side, and they just, going through life, smoking and playing golf and enjoying it and not feeling the least bit guilty about it or anything like that. So I think all of this stuff has a present, a future, and it's good.
Interesting. Brownie, you going to plead the fifth?
No, I'm not going to plead the fifth, but let's go back and remember when Phil won the PGA at Kiowa.
Yeah.
Remember he was chewing like a cow all day long? I'm sure that wasn't double bubble.
Wow.
I'm sure that was another type of substance. And if you watch at the Masters, who's chewing like a cow? Tiger Woods. You start to go around and you start to see a lot of guys are chewing and things like that. And I don't think, I know it's not double bubble.
It's for an alternative type of benefit, right? One way or another. Interesting thoughts.
Go back to in the 90s. Remember the big controversy was the senior tour players were taking beta blockers.
Right.
Why is the mushroom or the psychedelics or the CBD gum any different than beta blockers?
It's a good point. It certainly is. And
those are outlawed now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they seem to, right? So the police are always chasing the criminals, and not to call this implied criminals, it's just looking for an edge, right? Gets the first move, and then the enforcement comes after the fact. So where do we see this at a competitive level then, as from the regulatory bodies? Do we know any of their opinions? Do we know what they're thinking about on this topic?
I do not, but I imagine if this becomes like a widespread thing at the professional level, wouldn't they have to enact some sort of rules and then test for those subject or
do I remember a guy? There's a guy, Matt Every, PGA Tour player, that was suspended. This goes back 10 to 15 years. Spent some time suspended due to, I believe, marijuana use. So they must do some testing, right?
They do testing. I know when Billy Hurley won the Tiger event at Congressional, as soon as he came off, he signed his card, and they said, hey, come with me. And he had to go provide a specimen.
Wow.
And he goes, really? Really? I just won, and you're going to make me provide a specimen.
Interesting. Is it any more than the next evolution of having a couple beers to calm the nerves as you're playing,
That's still legal, right?
I hope so, but I don't know if they frown or penalize if you're at a competitive golf level. Golf Association of Philadelphia, I don't think you're allowed. Now, if you ran into the halfway house at the turn and grabbed a couple beers real quick, if it could help you, I think that's not enforced. I don't want to say it's approved, but I don't want to say it's enforced. Interesting stuff. As we go forward into 2025, any direct intentions on experimenting? Your boys, Joe, that are smoking as they go down the road. Is there anything here?
I'm like Harry. I can't. If I drink one beer, I start hitting balls sideways. I mean, more sideways than usual. So I don't drink or smoke or anything on the golf course.
I wait till the back nine to start drinking.
Just in case. Brownie?
How about any of your team members here at Lulu? Do they need any help? I don't need any help in their play level. This
may be somewhere to plead the fifth, but the honest answer to that is one of the scariest days of my life. Grew up playing a lot of golf and competitive golf. It never even really occurred to me to not drink while playing. I just didn't. Right? It just sort of, you would go in afterwards and have a couple beers or 50 beers, whatever was the right answer. As an adult, the first time I had a couple beers during a round, it was probably a casual round, but all of a sudden putts started going in the hole. That made me nervous about what that could all mean. So I would say around Lulu, there's every once in a while there's some experimentation. I wouldn't want to go too far down that road, but let's keep the airport dogs out of the locker room and go from there. Any other final thoughts on this, folks?
I mean, I know a couple of guys at my club that they might be high handicappers, but once they fire up the bowl on the back nine, they're going to put 3 or 4 pars together and could win the match. It happens.
The most recent performance-enhancing
not just
decision.
high handicappers.
Right. Well, that's true.
Yeah. Well, thanks, folks. This was a treat. Appreciate it. We'll see Harry next time, and we'll be back for a little more Inside Golf in a minute.
For over 2 decades, First Tee has created experiences that build character.
We believe every kid deserves to feel supported, safe to try something new, and to be prepared for what comes next. We develop their swing, but more importantly, their inner strength. Because we know what's inside doesn't just count, it changes the game. Come join us at First Tee.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
John planned his dream golf trip himself. The hotel didn't live up to the photos. His transportation was late, his clubs got lost, so he had to use rentals, which he is now breaking. But you booked your trip with All Access. They planned your hotels, food, car service, and tea times. Don't be like John. Be smart like these two.
Psycho.
All Access, the smart way to book your golf vacation.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Congratulations again to the GAP Award winners from 2024. And I hope you enjoyed segment 1 of our 3 segments coming up. In the next 2 weeks, we'll finish it off from Harry Mays and producer Jack Flanagan's couple days in Orlando at the PGA Show. More to come next week right here on Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's gone for you, on or off the course, don't pick up. See you next week on Inside Golf. The 28th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998. The Philadelphia section of the PGA.